Sky News, meantime, has been taking politics to the people to see what voters make of the big issues of the day. Today, our reporter Simon Love has been hitting the streets in the Victorian seat of Dunkley, less than 3 weeks out from the crucial by-election. Simon, what are some of the big issues on voters' minds as they weigh up who to vote for on March the 2nd?
Hello, Kieran. Well, we went around the streets, particularly of Mount Eliza. So that's just at the southern end of the Dunkley electorate. Coming to you now from Frankston South because we've actually had to find a bit of cover. It's just started raining here in Dunkley, so I dare say most people have been ducking for cover on this particularly hot day. We were able to talk to a few people down in Mount Eliza, particularly about the by-election coming up, who they may vote for, what the issues are at play. The big one that came up was the tax cuts. And the government's recent decision changing who'd be eligible for a tax cut. Also at play, we asked voters too about negative gearing. We asked, do they believe that voters, or at least Australians, should be able to negatively gear more than one property? Got a bit of a mixed view on this one, Kieran. Most said yes, some said no. Take a listen.
Oh, not sure. Probably Liberal, I think.
I vote for Liberal because I think he's a better candidate for the job.
We actually were doing a little bit of research on the weekend, my partner and I. So we're sort of tossing up between two options at the moment.
I think the big issue is the stage 3 tax cut changes that have been made recently. Yep. I support them 100%.
Once you say you're going to do something and support something and you change your mind at the last minute, you know, I don't know if you can trust the guy.
Do you think that people should be allowed to negatively gear more than one home?
I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I think, you know, from a investment property perspective, it's probably helping the rental market.
Negative gearing really helps the smaller investor as well as the big investor. So, you know, you sort of hurt the mum and dad person who is trying to get ahead.
I think that it creates a whole lot of disparity and it just increases the number of people who don't have very much and the people who have a lot. And I don't think that's useful for Australia.
Doesn't mean it's perfect as the way it is, but I think it's, you know, and how on earth you're going to change it now? So many people put money into it.
Simon, we're going to have Angus Taylor shortly for a discussion on some of those economic questions. Before we get to Angus, we know around 40 of the 149 released high-risk immigration detainees are in Victoria. Is that a cause for concern among the voters that you spoke to there in Dunkley?
Not wholeheartedly, Kieran. I think when I asked voters about this issue, among some of the questions we were asking them, I think there was a lack of awareness of this issue. Now, whether that's probably the government coming out and speaking about these people, or the fact that this issue's sort of been in the news a little bit late last year, come up to the forefront this week, whether it actually affects voters here in Dunkley is a separate thing. So here was a little bit of the gamut of response we got.
Yes, I guess in some ways that is of concern, particularly that it's not common knowledge. I do wonder if it's been hidden or sort of kept on the down low on purpose.
Not really, no. I've heard of it, but yeah, no.
I'm not happy about that because they done the crime and they should get punished.
Just as many bad Australians that are on the loose, and I think it's appalling the way Australia has been treating people that have come in, refugees from other countries.
It does concern me depending on what they've been detained for, I suppose. That's the main thing.